Welcome back to today's industry recap. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. In today's coverage, American Airlines is plotting a huge expansion. Emirates is launching new flights, or has launched new flights, should I say, and Air India continues to rebuild as an airline with a new facility set to open. Why not begin with American Airlines, who have revealed a major expansion of their route network as they prepare for the upcoming summer 2025 season. You probably sat there like, wow, why on earth am I talking about summer 2025 already when we've just finished the summer 2024 season? It's because airlines work so far in advance, and the reality is they've always got to be forward thinking, and as a result, just because we're still a little under a year out doesn't mean they're already making movements to secure the foundation of their network. The airline has unveiled transatlantic flying will really be the key focus, with new flights and resuming one towards major locations. Firstly, American will launch service from Charlotte to Athens, this from June 5th, with a 777 operating a daily service. As a result, by the time this flight will officially jet off, American will have 4 daily flights to the popular European holiday destination from several cities within the United States. And what this will also mean is it will have greater access across the US than any other airline. Chicago to Madrid will begin daily service on the 30th of March with the utilization of a 787-8 Dreamliner. For the first time, American will offer the highest rate of service to Spain in comparison to other US carriers. This is something you see airlines in the North American space continue to one-up each other on. How can they brand themselves as having the greatest connectivity over their peers from specific markets? American highlights that while, yes, it will be launching that Chicago to Madrid service, connectivity will not just stop there, with the opportunity to also move onwards with partner airlines for further flying across Europe, the Middle East, and even down south to Africa. Miami to Rome will begin on the 5th of July with a daily flight to be operated by the 777 again. Next, the airline will mark a return to Edinburgh in Scotland, with the daily service commencing on May the 23rd using the 787 Dreamliner from Philadelphia. For the summer 2025 season on a whole, American Airlines is planning to offer 70 daily departures to more than 20 destinations across the Atlantic. The 2025 schedule will also build upon an incredibly successful last season. They will study demand, they'll study performance, and really move forward with how they best deem fit. New routes will be launched in response to this, in pockets also where American Airlines believes it can pounce. Further route changes will commence in time for the summer schedule, with more daily flying to locations such as Naples, Paris, and Barcelona, as American emphasize the importance of visiting these sites and making the most of the summer weather. In the last part of the announcement, they also said that they would commit to increasing their capacity for Asia with more flights to Tokyo, the 2 airports located there, and Shanghai from Dallas-Fort Worth. As well as that, Tokyo will see increased flying from Los Angeles, as they see quite substantial increases in people's desire to fly over here. While this is a fundamental announcement and is certainly making headlines, don't expect this to be the only one as we gear up for next year's summer schedule, with likely more route changes to follow. Moving across to Air India, who have officially commenced work on an upcoming MRO facility in Bengaluru as part of a continued effort to grow as a business. Now, this MRO facility, which focuses on, you guessed it, maintenance, repair, and overhauling critical assets, will be built on a 35-acre piece of land at Bangalore International Airport. Air India has touted the upcoming facility as essential for the future of its group and flying, with a great focus on becoming a hub for the aircraft at the airlines that call Tata Group home, the owners of Air India. The facility will feature a hangar that will enable the housing of narrow and wide-body aircraft under a single roof, and in the future, they will look to build upon this with additional hangars that will be a top priority. For example, just one of those additional hangars will focus on the ability to paint aircraft. We know that Air India has recently unveiled a brand new look, so so the ability to overhaul its existing aircraft will be a huge port of call. But it won't just be for Air India long into the future. It'll be an important asset for India as a country and the continued development and the aviation industry there. SIA Engineering will form a fundamental part of this new MRO, with Air India signing an agreement earlier this year for that company to be the strategic partner for future development. Air India is incredibly pleased with the progress that has already been made and believes the quick turnaround is a milestone again for Indian aviation, allowing the facilities being built to match those incredible levels of growth that we have been seeing. The airline's CEO Campbell Wilson has stated that the MRO facility will help build upon an already existing platform to maintain the fleet in-house. Moreover, the strengthening of the ecosystem in the country will also be fundamental. The MRO facility will create over 1,000 new jobs, and on top of that, will help support a supply chain. Since taking over Air India, Tata Group has invested a colossal amount of money into the flag carrier in a bid to turn around its fortunes. Unfortunately, despite being a flag carrier, the last decade or so has been incredibly bleak, with a tainted brand image and losses continuing to accumulate. However, when the Indian government finally sold its stake and Tata Group came in, the rebuilding mission commenced, and arguably one of the greatest turnarounds we are currently witnessing began. Since then, new ownership has walked through the door, and we've seen new facilities being constructed, new aircraft ordered, the cabin product being updated, and so much more on top of that. It truly is a new era, and this MRO facility is just another important part of that. On to the last story, and Emirates has officially commenced flying to Antananarivo in Madagascar. Hopefully I haven't butchered that, but I do sincerely apologize if I have. This is part of their continued network expansion efforts, with EK707, no, not the aircraft type, but actually just the flight number, touching down to a water cannon salute, and many executives there from several parties to celebrate the monumental arrival. The flight being operated by a 777, and thanks to the commencement, we will see now enhanced connectivity through Madagascar offered by the Dubai-based airline. The sheer scale of Emirates has to be applauded, and connections such as these are just as important as the airline adding an extra daily service to, say, an already existing market. It's huge for local tourism, local connectivity, trade, and so many other key elements. And furthermore, there is now direct access to the major international hub of Dubai, which presents not just the opportunity to visit here, but then leverage Emirates' long-haul fleet to head to pretty much any market around the world. This service is going to operate 4 times a week. Initial departure as EK707 will occur at 8:55 in the morning. The route, I should add, is a triangular flight. It will arrive into Antananarivo in and around the afternoon, before then jetting back off to Dubai, where it will arrive the following morning at 4:20. The flights will depart on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and lastly, Sundays, with a schedule that has been heavily optimized to enable greater onward connectivity for customers. That'll conclude today's aviation recap. Thanks a bunch for your support. Take care, be safe, and until next time, I'll see you then.